You know, many of the nation's basketball powers build those powerhouses on homegrown talent. Think of North Carolina. The players that they all want to play for Dean Smith. Same thing in Indiana with Bobby Knight. Well, as Eric Clemens reports, at Connecticut, they hope that Chris Smith is the start of a trend.
When Jim Calhoun became the Connecticut basketball coach in 1986, he knew that rebuilding the down-and-out Huskies wouldn't be easy. Losing had infiltrated every aspect of the program, both in the one-loss record on the court and the poor academic track record off it. Therefore, when Calhoun successfully recruited the most sought-after in-state player in 2 years, Bridgeport guard Chris Smith, the coach felt he'd finally turn the corner for the next season.
I think if anything happened in the past 18 months of significance to us, obviously a couple wins, some good kids, an attitude change, work ethic, all those kind of things. But I think Chris Smith's signing was probably the most significant thing that happened to us.
Smith's value to Calhoun may be immediately felt. As a junior last season at Colby Cathedral High, he pumped in 28 points a game, and he can play either the point or shooting guard positions. But Smith's real value to Calhoun may lie in the fact that he's one of the few high school stars from Connecticut in recent seasons to stay home and play at UConn.
A lot of players usually go out at UConn, but I feel UConn is on the upswing right now, and I feel like it'd be a big part of UConn. Coming in, be an impact on the team and the players, and just doing my job and hopefully making them a better team.
Kids are going to follow Chris. Chris is a good basketball player. Kids want to play with him. I've heard kids that are now going to other schools fighting with their parents because they want to go to Colby because they want to go play ball with Chris.
I think for Chris, both from the standpoint of basketball, socially, and academically, where he wants to spend the rest of his life, I think this is an ideal choice, and of course he made one guy very happy, too.
Smith and his mother narrowed their final choices for his collegiate career to UConn, Villanova, a school with a reputation for prying Connecticut kids to Philadelphia, and Boston College. Ultimately, however, it was Calhoun's straightforward style that was the determining factor.
Connecticut has not been a very good basketball school. They haven't had the academic program. The former coach, the one before Coach Calhoun, didn't seem to really care much about the students, as though they were going other places. But Coach Calhoun seems to care.
His mother really was probably one of the more, I think, the most intelligent approaches about it. I mean, she liked the things we said, but she wasn't looking for glitter. She was looking for substance, what we, in fact, could do.
My mother usually no phony people, so when he came in, she knew he wasn't phony. He was straight up, and she said, if I want to go there, go, because he's a nice man and everything, and he will take care of me.
He's going to be with Coach Calhoun and his staff for a good 4 to 5 hours out of each day. So he has to be comfortable. He has to feel like, you know, it's home. He has to have that warmth and love and attention.
At a guard, a 6'2" freshman from Bridgeport, number 13, Chris Smith. And at a guard, a
man
6
for man on the switch. Peterson's wide open. Misses the shot. UConn rebounds 3-on-2. Smith takes it down the middle. Right-hander off the glass and in.
And that's the way to run your fast break. You get
by Smith, who's giving away a couple inches. Cross-court pass stolen by Robinson. Throws the pass up court to Smith. He'll drive and lay it in.
Again, looking up the floor is key on that play. Cliff Robinson, if he had his head down, never would have seen.
By Smith with 2 minutes to go in the half, and UConn up 9. Drives to the foul line. Pull-up jump. Oh.
And that's a patented Chris Smith move. Just coming down the floor under control, looking to see if anyone's filling lanes, but taking the ball into the scoring area and then popping.
Smith, man for Yale. This is DePriest. In the lineup for Yale is Thad Vogler, sophomore from Virginia. Nice running one-hander by Chris Smith.
A crowd, a little room. Again, Robinson was high. Smith there, though, for the offensive board and 2.
Good defensive strip by the Wildcats. Smith for 3. He can fill it. It's a factor. Nice block from behind.
All ball by Robinson.
Smith pulls up. Swish. Williams is open. He won't shoot. Smith will for 3. His second 3.
He is getting it done.
And the Huskies come up into the attack. Smith against Wilson.
Tough shot.
Shot by Smith. Well, he is hot. He has 10.
Smith tries and knocks it down. They give him 2. It was close. Tried to feed inside. Connecticut not really with the numbers here until Georgia back it off. Smith will take it in. Little runner goes. Rebound Sellers. Connecticut now with some numbers. The only one back is Coleman. Smith gets 2.
He started that one down around his ankle.
Smith, the leaner, goes down.
Key to Syracuse with just one guy. You've got to have a great team effort. UConn hasn't gotten it.
Smith again hits another 3.
Robinson and DePriest at the forward, Cerulik at center. And Terry, we see man-for-man defense for UNC Charlotte.
And we'll see that. We'll also see as Chris Smith opens up with a three-pointer, he gets the ball down in the block area.
Williams makes the second. He has 14. Smith with an off-balance shot. Gets his own rebound and puts it in.
Stickbacks really hurt you from a defensive standpoint. He's only shooting 28% from three-point range on the season, so that may work to the Husky advantage for him to shoot it.
This is Smith with a 3. The freshman from Bridgeport. Now with 9 points in the ball game. This is Smith with the basketball. Played man-to-man by Williams. Each club with 3 guards in there. Smith shoots over Williams and buries it away by West. Gives to Smith. He's played man-to-man by Williams. Gamble down low, trying to post up Dinkins. He's doubled. Out to Smith for the 3.
You can't teach that confidence to a freshman.
Air ball. Rebound to Gamble. Looks to run. UAB gets back quickly on defense. This is DePriest. Cross court to Smith. It's good. And the foul.
Great way to run the break. At halftime, they got to get 2 baskets.
Bearden with 2 personal fouls. This is Smith with the jumper. It is not a three-pointer. He was inside the line.
A 6'2" guard from Bridgeport, Connecticut, number 13, Chris Smith. For Maryland,
and they were in a 1-2, 1-1 trap. See, they invert. They use their big people up front.
Chris Smith for 3. Oh, put a dent in the backboard with that one.
Cerulik,
he goes a little closer this time. Keeps it alive and dumps it through. He's relentless. Come back to live action. Smith launches.
He's wide open. He's going to go to college, and he was a great football player. In fact, they say he could have been a big-time recruit in football.
Smith, count it, and the foul.
I think we're seeing the coming-out party of a star being born here.
And Cerulik has really played well.
Yeah, he's really done a good job. Get him solid minutes.
Chris Smith.
Chris Smith, not bashful tonight. The wings along with Mustaf. Now rotate back into a 1-2-2 zone.
Smith for 3. 45-30 Connecticut.
If they were to get out of that cellar position.
And it opens up as it left off with a turnover. The 17th of the game. And Smith buries the tray. Gerard.
It's going to open a court right now for a lot of layups.
Smith. Oh, finger roll. You called it.
Young with a good second effort. Comes up with the score.
Another freshman from Chesapeake, Virginia. And Smith still in the game, keeping it alive.
I can't understand it.
15-3 in the last 8 minutes. Smith.
That's the one guy. They got to get him involved offensively. They isolate. Smith's too good. Not big right now because 6 is allowed in the Big East.
Nadal forces the turnover, much as he did last week. The outlet to Smith. Counted and a foul.
They are back. I'd get a TO, baby, if I were Bass. Oh, there it is. Get the TO rolling. Here it is, deflection, up we go, and the Huskies are back. It's rocking and rolling, it's shaking and baking. They are dancing in the aisles. Lost. And Providence, good backcourt, questionable up front.
NFL did a nice job keeping it alive, so Connecticut still has a chance, and Smith converts.
Smith has great scoring ability.
Rolling over.
He played at Bridgewater Raritan West High School and really had an outstanding career there for Coach Stapleton.
Smith puts it in.
Where have you been, Chris Smith? I had a choice. I'd want one of those 5 late in the game with a lead or to score tied in the last 4 minutes, or even behind by 2 or 3.
Smith. Chris Smith with a much-needed hoop, and Connecticut uses yet another timeout. They'll have
Chris Smith, one of those streaky shooters, and this Hennefeld again anticipating the pass and a great save.
Great play.
George finds Smith. Smith takes it in and finally gets one to go down.
Again, the angles at the boxes and the wings.
Chris Smith buries a three outside.
To make sure they get a good one.
NFL leaves it. Smith knocks it down.
And the dribble penetration by the point forward.
2 in a row, and DePriest there for the rebound. Connecticut up to Smith. He squares up and knocks it down.
Boy, as quickly as you can, he got the feet set. Murray Williams, for a moment, I thought he was going to try and go coast to coast.
Chris Smith tees it up again and buries a three.
Great follow through.
16 for Smith.
7 or 8 seconds in. Get into the offensive flow.
There's a trap on Christ and a steal by Hennefeld. Up quickly to Smith. The hair is back. Smith can't. Yes, he does.
Court set. Now they're in a 2-2-1 3/4 court set, extending it each time down.
Cooper breaks the 10-second line. Smith the steal at half court. Bolsey couldn't reach in, and Smith gets 2 more.
We haven't really seen Smith with the penetrations he's capable of.
Puts that one up on the run a little hard, and Winchester is there, and Taylor tracks down the rebound and gets stripped by Smith. That was a big-time steal right there. Johnson coming to the ball inside Coleman first time. Blocked from behind by Murray Williams. Ahead to Smith. Pass to Coleman. He puts it on the floor. Lost it on the way up. Smith on a wing. Over Thompson. Count it and a foul.
Wow. Tell you, you want fast breaks. You want easy baskets. The turnovers in the foul line area leading. This is an amazing goal. The extension with the left arm on that next level, that would be wipe the goal. Because international basketball has really opened up his game.
Smith a little leaner for 2.
They wouldn't have done this last year.
Smith launches one, hits it for 3. Little larger house down here in Connecticut.
Contract's a little better. Again, the inability to nail him.
And George, good look up ahead. Smith got away with a push, goes in, got 2.
Heady play at half court.
Oh, for game. Murray Williams on the outside. Take George, and Alonzo jumps out on him. Now David Edwards comes back over. Long jumper. Smith for 3. Edwards jumps out on Smith. They find George. Back rims it. Sellers an offensive board. Smith wants it. Got it outside. It's 10-0. It's 12-0. And Georgetown wants time. Wow. It is all Huskies back after this word from your local station. He's with 10. Tied at 40. And it gets the crowd back in the game. Steal by Hennefeld. Oh, my. He just came up and took it away from him. Just took it right away from him.
Earlier going long, I think that has to do with the emotion of this game.
Smith's pull-up. First bucket for Chris Smith comes on a pace. Smith takes it.
Oh, nice move. Great move. Big time spin move. UConn's got to look to push here. The half court's been tough for them.
George underneath Cerulic. Out to Smith. Wants the 3.
He's got the 3. He's got the range going. Chris Smith bang the backboards.
Hennefeld's out to throw a screen. John Gwynn. Rebound to Smith. He's got time. Got it at the buzzer.
Oh, Chris Smith. What a hot hand he's had riding it in, putting the Huskies up by a point, Mike.
15 for Smith in the first half.
McCoy stolen by DePriest. Tate George bringing it down. Hits Chris Smith, and he hits it. That was bounce pass time. They are raging in the cage right now. Chris Smith with the ball, puts it up, trying to shut the crowd up, and gets it. And Chris Smith did. Ooh, that hurts. That does hurt. That's free, too. Chris Smith on the outside fakes, puts it up. And it goes. Boy, I tell you one thing, Smith was going for that basket. Tate George guarded by Barbee. Box down by Hennefeld. Hennefeld now back to George. Hits Smith for 3 and gets it. They're not in any kind of full court press either. They're dropping back, and Chris Smith hits the J. Win Fakes the drive, puts it to Smith, who puts it up. Does he ever miss?
Boy, do they have weapons.
At 1 point.
That's it wide.
The Dove Hennefeld. Back to Chris Smith. Every time he puts it up, it goes.
Boy,
It does it
boy,
again.
I tell you.
Guy's unbelievable.
Here on Herndon with Hennefeld.
They now have 10 seconds left on the shot clock. It's down to 7. Chris Smith has been putting everything up. This one won't go, but he follows and gets it.
Nobody boxed him out. He came in, he banged it in. He now has 22 in the basketball game.
Building tonight. Quentin Burton outside. Back rims a 3. Tate George is there. The up quick to the Dove Hennefeld. Looks and finds Smith, and he got 2. Turner nearly threw it away and did. Chris Smith for 2. Smith. Smith will take it this time. Got it! A foul!
Oh, what body control by Chris Smith.
That's a big-time hoop right there by Chris Smith.
A lot of blue jerseys consistently around the ball.
Sellers in a lot of traffic, gives it up to Smith for 3, and he knocks it down defensively.
Put some moves on, too.
Hennefeld has it flipped away, but it came right to Smith. Leans again, gets his own rebound. Well, that's the story of the night.
Rod Sellers. Back comes Tate George. He'll take it down the lane and give it back outside. Smith from long range, good.
In talking to Glenn Miller, one of the assistants with Jimmy Calhoun.
Played over 2 minutes.
Little matchup 2-3 right now.
Smith another 3. From the other side, he's got 2. Straight away, the 3 by Smith is good. He has 3 in the game, 9 points overall.
You don't want to dribble into that trap.
The lead is 3. Long range 3 that time.
He has stepped forward.
Right, yeah.
Oh, listening to the coaches, then of course trying to help the officials.
Good shot by Smith, the Porter. He comes free down the lane, hanging, no place to go, taken away by Tate George. Long look to Smith, he's got Sellers in front. Count the basket. Smith to the line, and the Huskies are on a run.
He's doing such a nice job offensively. The Eagles are gaining confidence, and the Huskies have become impatient offensively.
3-point hoop by Chris Smith. Play, but couldn't do it. Funny thing was, he hit a 20-footer with a guy knocking him down and made it. And he's standing there for a little 15-foot free throw and flanked it. Nice drive by Chris Smith.
Man to man, look at Watts. He's way, way back.
Chris Smith, 3 underneath for 2.
In a wave of confidence. The Friars coming off their best week of the season.
No question. Sellers looking and finding Smith. He penetrates again. Gets the roll and a foul. Partially blocked by Hennefeld. Here comes Burrell. Up to Hennefeld. Good look for Smith. Seton Hall needs and gets a timeout. It's an 11-0 run to start the game.
He's got a lot of different looks.
Burrell at the top of the key. Smith hits a 3. Cooper and Terreno Walker. We're talking about some big league physiques here that are banging on each other.
Oh, yeah.
Smith, pull-up jumper. Smith flashes through. The runner goes down. So. Smith, strong move to the lane. And there's Hennefeld again. Smith is alone against a lot of blue, and he got the bucket and a foul.
Oh, it's hard to tell who kicked it out.
Well, Connecticut coming up with the steal again. Smith has cracked through the 20-point mark. He's got 21.
You get a team out of their pressure. Score against it.
Smith dumping it off to Gwynn. Smith looking for his first points. Drills it, and he is now the highest scoring sophomore in the University of Connecticut history. The Eagles have missed 3 one-and-one opportunities. Smith ahead. Gets 2.
Good shooter, good finisher in transition.
Back up to a 10-point lead. The quick hands of the University of Connecticut Huskies. Another steal. Chris Smith lays it in. Count the hoop, and he's fouled. UConn averaging 13 steals. Chris Smith takes it to the hoop and gets it. The Huskies will come away from this Big East Conference basketball season with their first ever championship. They will share different factors to be put into the whole equation. It would take a while to try to figure it out. That's a pretty sweet drive by Chris Smith.
A lot of emotion, so the first few minutes of a game can be a big feeling out process. Once a few drop down, though, we'll get it rolling.
That's Smith. UConn does. Walker to George is up there with Smith. NFL also on the floor. Chris Smith carries it. The University of Connecticut has forced 8 Seton Hall turnovers here in the first half. Smith drills the jumper. There's your time remaining in the first half. George, Chris Smith. He'll take the shot and carry the shot. 10 seconds to go in the half.
Freshman keeps it. Here's Smith's three. And it's a 5. On the steal, Smith comes back. He has George on his right. Rolls it in, and that's 3 steals and 5. 3 points from Arkansas. Tumble back. How about putting him out on top? Smith comes through and hits the field goal.
Of course, they weren't so imposing yesterday that Auburn didn't knock him off.
Smith's 3.
Defense take away the 3. That's it.
NFL rejects it. Here comes Smith. And he'll come up to the line. Score the field goal. Connecticut will put away Georgetown today.
Of course, the all-time rebound leader is Tom Gola, but they count it now as the modern basketball from 72 to 73 on.
Offensive rebound, and Smith.
How about that quickness by Williams to help out?
Smith bangs in the Smith, 8 points. Outside. Rocket rebound. Burrell went up strongly. Now it is Smith looking for his rhythm, and he hits a 3 here.
Jimmy Boeheim to stay in the zone for a while.
Deflected by Hennefeld, and he's got it on the steal, and now here is George in the middle. Smith with the lay-in. It's 51-47. Connecticut. Smith off a great dribble. Oh, wow.
That was against Stevie Thompson, one of the best defenders in the country at his size.
They're on the floor. And also Cyrillic is scoreless. But not Smith. He has put in.
Smith trying to set himself.
It's like a zone now by Boston U. It's a 3-2 zone. Force the jumper.
And Smith knocks down a 3.
And what Connecticut would like is to see the ball go up the sidelines because that's where they trap.
Here's George with a steal. He's got Smith open. Takes it himself, won't go down. Loose ball to Smith. Stripped, got it back. Gets it again. Got it.
And just keep our boys out there and keep shooting the 3 if it presents itself.
Smith, Sellers, Burrell, Hennefeld, and George are on the floor. Smith hits a 3 to start the second half. Couldn't handle the pass. George with 3 Terriers chasing him. Smith will fire. Hits outside. We're tied at 41. Outlet to George. Huskies by 7 in the ball. Smith for 3.
Oh, Connecticut's got all cylinders going right now. Mike Jarvis says again, we got to try to slow this Husky machine down.
Jim Calhoun, out of a timeout about 5 minutes ago, has put it together. UConn 52, BU 42.
UConn uses the whole floor because of Hennefeld. Good spacing, and they kick it.
Chris Smith.
Great ball movement.
Smith for 3.
Find out what's inside the shirts of UConn.
Burrell to the corner. This is Smith for 3.
Henrik, go to him.
Smith. 3.
So they use the floor.
Chris Smith running, sweeping hook shot.
Long jumper.
And Billy, the thing that strikes me every time I look at Connecticut on offense, they don't have any size in the middle, but you continue to mention team play.
And they're active. Burrell's active. Of course, outside shooting, you don't need the big guys.
Hey, George is the point guard. He's in there with Chris Smith. The Priest is in there. And a three-point basket by Chris Smith. The game, and Kirkland Howling, a 6'4" senior guard who's a good shooter, has come in. Here's Smith again. That's a two-point basket.
What they're going to try to do is keep Connecticut outside and force them to take the perimeter shot.
Hello. Chris Smith with his second three-point basket, now with 8 points. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Connecticut up by 9.
I tell you, Clemson better start getting back a little bit faster.
Win off the glass. That they are, trying to take advantage of a UConn turnover, but Campbell throws it away to Burrell, and missing the shot inside, and now the basket. Priest missed for Connecticut. Tate George is able to get inside for layups in the first half. Chris Smith hits another three-point basket. That's his third of the game, and he's got...
They seem to be more organized, and they're getting better floor coverage.
They give Smith the open shot. The basket is good. And a foul, a three-point shot could turn into a four-point play.
How about that for great floor coverage? Virginia, 19 with LaSalle, and they've been able to get it done with their defense.
Smith penetrating and off the glass. 21 points now for Connecticut. Duke is back. Scramble for the loose ball. The Huskies still have it. And the leading scorer, Chris Smith, with a sparkling play. So now Connecticut with an opportunity. 2-on-2. Smith.
You have to control yourself at all times so that you do not go for that foul.
Chris Smith. And now a 5. And the rebound by Chris Smith. And so Connecticut only needs a 2 to tie it up. And a three-point attempt. Yes, by Chris Smith.